Here we're gonna go into your questions and make sure we see what we can do to make sure that we get your questions answered. All right. Okay. Good. We are good to go. We are good to go. All right. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Now let's remove this. Now, when you want to maybe you wanna trade this coin, all the time, what have we been talking about? Tap on the plus sign, tap on FX indicators, pick the Fibonacci retracement. And the Fibonacci retracement, which is an auto one, has areas of confluence, right? It has areas of confluence, right? Someone asked me a question, that's why I came here. It has areas, important lines. We have discussed this before, but I'm gonna repeat them. What are the important areas we have discussed before? One, ladies and gentlemen, does everybody see this dotted line? Does everybody see this dotted line? Does everybody see this dotted line? Type a yes in the chart. Type a yes in the chart. Does everybody see the dotted line? Type a yes in the chart. If you see the dotted line, type a yes in the chart. If you see a dotted line, type a yes in the chat. Type a yes in the chat. Simple. No complications, all right? No complications, okay? So we see all of us on this call that the market moved from 100 to 0. It means that this was an up. The market moved from 100 to what? To 0. Does everybody see that? If you see that, type 1 in the chat. If you see that the market, that 100 is down here, 0 is on top. And the market, you see the dotted line that the market moved from here to here. You see this, type a 1 in the chart. Type a 1 in the chart, type a 1 in the chart, type a 1 in the chart, type a 1 in the chart. I'm just looking for the percentage. If I get it, then I know I can continue. All right. Okay. Now, this means that if you see 100 down and 0 on top, this means that the previous trend was an uptrend. The previous trend was an uptrend. Now, what is the rule of the game? All of us can see 61.8 line, 50 and 38.2. If you can see these three important lines, these ones, important areas, type a 2 in the chart. If you can see these three important areas, type a 2 in the chart. If you can see those important areas, type a 2 in the chart. If you can see those important areas, type a 2 in the chart. Type a 2 in the chat, type a 2 in the chat, type a 2 in the chat. Beautiful. Good. We roll. All right, so now the market moved from 100 to 0. What is the rule of the game? Whenever the market moves from 100 to 0, it has to retrace 50% of its journey. It has to retrace 50% of its journey. It has to retrace 50% of its journey, unless there is market manipulation. Ladies and gentlemen, look very clearly. You see that the market moved down. Where can it stop? If there is so much volume in the market, it can move from here, touch this line, and then move up. Let me repeat. It can move from here, touch that 8.2 and move up. It can move from here, touch 50 line and move up here and move up. Or it can move from here, come in between 50 and 60 line and get back to 0. Let me first draw the horizontal line. It can move, it can stop there. It can stop here. And it can stop here. The market, ladies and gentlemen, let me know. The market, let me use red first. The market can move from here, touch this line and move up again. It can move from here, touch this line and move up again. It can move from here, touch this line and move up again. If 100 is 0 is here and 0 is on top. If you have understood that, type a 3 in the chat. If you have understood that, type a 3 in the chat. If you have understood that, type a 3 in the chat. If you have understood that, type a 3 in the chat. If you have understood that, type a 3 in the chat. If you have understood that, type a 3 in the chat. If you have not understood, type a 0. If you have not understood, type a 0. If you have understood, type a 3 in the chat. If you have not understood, type a 0. If you have understood, type a 3 in the chat. Now, the good percentage has understood. Simple. The market, when the market moves from 100 to 0, it has to retrace 50% of its journey, but it can move from here, come touch this line and move up. It can move from up here, come touch this line and move up. It can move from here, come and touch this line. In between, here it is in between the 50 and the 61.8 line, then move up. That's the first thing. But now you see, even though you know the principle, sometimes you find that this coin overperforms, right? This coin overperforms. It hits up, it hits the 0 line, it keeps going up, and you fail to find your entry area. Yet you still want to enjoy this coin. So what are you supposed to do? Okay. What are you supposed? These are the important areas. Okay, on an uptrend. Okay, now what are you supposed to do? I want to talk about, let me leave these lines there. I want to talk about what I've discussed before. All of us, you see, this is a swing low, this is a swing high, this is a swing low, this is still a swing high, this is still a swing low, this is still a swing high, all right? So now, on our pencil, when we come on an area called Guinan Fibonacci, there is what we call the fib retracement. Guinan Fibonacci, we have what we call the fib retracement. So you tap on the fib retracement and you find the recent swing low, which is this one. And when you touch it, you stretch your line to the recent swing high. Before I talk about the settings of this indicator, how you set it up, has someone understood that simple step? Has someone understood that simple step? If you started with me, you'd be moving with me on the same pace. If you have just come in, you might be seeing some, what do they call it? Nimbus clouds. But like they usually say, never late than never. So maybe you'll pick something along the line. But if you started with me and you are still following where we are right now, type a yes in the chat. Type a yes in the chat. Those that maybe have come late, you may not be getting me, but those I started with, we are now speaking the same language. When I talk about the swing low and the swing high, those who started with me, that was our first topic. And today it's not a trading session. It's just giving this an understanding. Then we can go to the question and answer session, all right? Okay, so let me first remove it again. We said that you find the recent swing low. Now, this is not a recent swing low. No, it is the current. It's the current. Maybe you can use this one, but the best swing low in this picture, all of us see that there was a retracement here, then the market moved up. Now, what we see here is this one. This is the latest swing low. And maybe I want to trade Litecoin. What do? I just tap on my pencil, come down here on an indicator called the fib and retracement. Tap on it once. Then move this dot to where my swing low is. When I touch it, I tap on the dot, then I move my line to the swing high. Okay, now once you touch it once, it will bring you this thing here. Then you tap on it, then you come on the settings. Let me repeat again. When you touch it now, it will give you these 3 dots here. Then you touch them, Then you come on the settings. And on the settings, you don't do anything much. You just come here, here, where there is values, because when you don't do it, it will be like this. Let me return it. This is how your indicator will be looking like. So what do you want to do? You want to make it more better, right? You want to make it more better. So what you do, you tap here, come on the settings, then come down where there is values, put %, where there is left, put right, press OK. Don't come on save as default, just press OK. Then when you touch it once, the next time you have locked it, because you need to lock it. If you don't lock it, it will disturb you. Now, what we see on our screen is that now this indicator here, it is showing us that the retracement has happened. Can we see another move? The market moved from 100 to 0. It can either stop here and move up. It can either stop here and move up. It can either stop in between here and move up. Has someone seen that again? I'm going to show you something else again. Has someone seen that again? Type a 1 in the chart. Has someone seen that again? After you have now drawn your now this is a manual. Here we are not talking about auto. It's now a manual retracement indicator, which you draw from the swing low to the swing high, from the swing low to the swing high, swing low, swing high, swing low, swing high. Now you see a new set where the market moved from 100 to 0, then it retraced, and that's where we are. If you have understood up to there, I want to show you something different again. Drop some thumbs up in the chat. Drop some thumbs up in the chat if you are still okay with where we are right now. Drop some thumbs up in the chat, or any thumbs up, no matter where you give it. Then I know we are speaking the same language. Up to there. You okay up to there, all right? You okay up to there. Now, I want to show you something. Okay, when I joined Royalq, I came up with so many things. I really know. I'm sorry for those that were misled by my training. But let us go and look at this now. Let's go and look at this. Today, allow me to talk about it. The reason why this maybe could come my way is maybe the time I give the business. I think I give Royalq a lot of my time to really find out, okay? But maybe sometimes, okay, now let me show you something, all right? What you see on the 24-hour volume is not the volume happening in your Binance account, all right? You know, now you see from the start, I've been personally telling you, go to TradingView, find a coin to trade, all right? Go to TradingView, find a coin trade, all right? But maybe you want to do some close monitoring of what is happening in the market. You all see that the people in Royalq have so far invested $1.48 million in Matic. The users of Royalq have also invested $1.4 million in LIT. The users of, I'm not saying Binance, in Binance, okay, they have deposited, this is Binance volume, but from Royalq users. If you have understood that statement, type a 2 in the chat. I want to keep it simple as that. If you have understood that simple statement, type a 2 in the chat. The volume is not Binance volume. The volume you see is Royalq users volume, the amount of money that the Royalq users have invested in that particular coin. The amount of money that the Royalq users have invested in that particular coin. I wanna show you that. Let me show you that, because I don't want to. Okay. All right, let me show you that. Okay. The 24-hour volume is from our Royalq members only. This is Royalq back office. The 24-hour volume is from our Royalq members only. Now, people are doing Royalq, those that are building teams, I think now you have a better close for yourself. Someone wants to be part of a business that has usability. As we speak right now, look, ladies and gentlemen, from 48, the Royalq users have increased their trading volume from 1.48 million to 1.52 million. They have increased their investment on Litecoin that we have been looking at from 1.40 million to 1.41 million. If you have understood that and you're excited about this information, type a 2 in the chat. Type a 2 in the chat. Type a 2 in the chat. If you are understanding and you're excited about this information, type a 2 in the chat, because I'm gonna show you how powerful this is. Maybe you have been part of this business and you are treating it like a luxury. Maybe you have been part of this business and maybe you are joking with it. Maybe you have been part of this business and you are being moved by leaders who don't know their way. Maybe you are here and there and they are dragging you to their directions. They are telling you, join us here, join us here. You see why we are successful? Maybe we are the first founders of Royalq. No sense. You want to understand the business you are in. You want to go and rock and roll with opportunity. Then I want to tell you there is nothing as sweet, as beautiful as the Royalq opportunity. Why? Because you can closely monitor. You can closely see how other traders are doing. You see, they're increasing the volume of Matic. And maybe you want to trade Matic because people are increasing volume. So maybe you go to your trading view and you see now the volume of lit is increasing. And you see what I was telling you, that the retracement, you understand the retracement on this line, then it moves up. Okay, now let's add another indicator on this to create powerful results. Maybe we can start with the stochastic. I'm gonna this is stochastics. This is moving with the movement in the market, right? Let me give you another indicator today. Let me give you another indicator today. We're going to tap on the plus. We're going to tap on technicals, and we are going to look at an indicator called true strength. Today, this is not for today, but true strength indicator. Now, this one is a good one because we are going to look at quantitative. It's a quantitative indicator, not the other first one we talked about. This one is a quantitative indicator. It's called the true strength indicator. Okay, now what does it do? It talks about the volume in the market. All right, let's go and look at it better. Okay, better. All right, so you tap on it, it gets on your screen. All right, this is 4-hour time frame, but before you go there, let us look at the settings of the indicator. There we go. There we go on the input. There we go on the input. I want to come to question and answer. I only have 2 minutes to end this training. If you don't get it, then you need to rewatch the video. Right, that is the input. You can take a screenshot. That is the input. You can take a screenshot. Let's go to the style. Now the style has 3 plots. It has plot 1, 2, and 3. And our focus is on the colors. All right. So tap on the color. You can choose blue and make the thickness maybe to the first or the second. Then go to plot number 2. You can make the thickness to the second or the first. It's up to you. Then 0, choose a color and make it bold. Opacity is all 100. Choose a color of your own. Then when it comes to dotted line, turn it to line. Then save as default, press OK. Now, when do we use this indicator to trade? When do we use this indicator to trade? Let me widen my screen. Widen my screen a little bit. Then I go back to the other side. All right. When the blue crosses over the orange, that should be your entry zone. So there I will draw a vertical line. Okay, I'll take this. I see it's refusing to enter my exact point. And you all see that after the cross, you see that the market moved up. Anybody can see this upward movement. Now, I said when the blue crosses over the orange, that's where you needed to get your entry. Right? Someone may say, what about here? You'll see. When the blue crosses over, not crosses under, because there are two major things. Somebody don't mean this one. Now, you can usually change. If you don't see opportunity in the 4 hours, you can look for opportunity in the 1 hour. I hope you see it perfect here in the 1 hour. Let me just, I don't know. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let me first remove off this. Swing low, swing high principle. Our recent swing low is this one. Can everybody see our recent swing low and our recent swing high? Here and there, right? So what we do, we are going to bring our Fibonacci retracement indicator, pick up our swing low, pull it up to our swing high. And we're on an upward trend. We're gonna reduce this. Can we all see that this is a sweet trade? I didn't rock it. I'll do my best. Right, I've locked it now. Okay, can someone see what I've just talked about when the blue crosses over the orange? And now look, now when you focus on lit and matic, one, it's an uptrend. That's 1, 2. This is saying yes, that is good. And maybe the Elliott wave. Someone needs the Elliott wave, which we have discussed in our previous sessions. All right. Now, the Elliott wave, I just need to discuss this here. The Elliott wave, we always keep dotted if the market still has the power of moving up. Now, someone is. Okay, I hope you can see. The Elliott wave will keep dotted if this market only stops when the line becomes bold. You see, it's now bold, but if it's still dotted, there's a possibility of this market keep moving up. All right. Now, the second informative area of your decision is to look at the volumes. Do you see how the volume is increasing in matic, in lit? So this makes you make a more important decisions that people are adding in more money in this particular trade. And you can make a confident decision, maybe to make your entry from here. If you're going to use these lines as support and resistance, you have a guarantee of making your 1.3% if you pick this trade now. Let's go to matic. I think I'm done with lit. I want to show you something. We're going to market this opportunity better, ladies and gentlemen. You want to pick a trade. It's not going to move down. We're going to remove off this swing low, swing high principle. You have 2 swing lows here. One of the recent and here. So You wanna maybe start with the 4-hour time frame, swing low, swing high principle. Now it could be very hard for you to decide, but then you need to draw it and see it. You can either take this as your recent swing low, stretch your line to the swing high. Can you all see that? Someone asked me that, how did I pick? I can still pick Matic if I pick my price range and I measure. Someone asked me why I did take the 2%. I can still enjoy something as little as that. Because why? If I don't trust the TSI, I can now push in but the TSI is more stronger, the one I've given you, than the stochastic RSI. Because the stochastic will now cause some fear to you. Okay, because it has entered the oversold area. Or you can change and look for the opportunity in the 1 hour time frame. Hope you also see here. This one, it picked its swing low from there. I hope you see. And now here you just need for this candle to close. And once it closes and the stochastic is still moving up, then it has the power. If you have not been in this trade, it has the power to still move back up to 1.5. Swing low, swing high principle. That marks the end of this sharing. I want to go to questions about our previous trainings of the week. Okay. People are saying I can't see the screen. Maybe you have issues. You are. Okay, if you have learned something, usually, you know, this is what happens in life. Some people come late, some people think about it, some people come the time they want. But if you have learned something new today, drop a yes in the chat. If you have seen something new today, you have learned something new today, drop a yes in the chat. If you don't get it, if you don't get it, then you need to basically watch what I've talked about today. Okay, what I've talked about today. What I have talked about today, you needed to watch the video. Okay, so today is not basically a training day for the Fibonacci or swing low, swing high principles or volumes of Royalq, or volumes of Royalq. It is not the day for today. You needed to catch up specifically on Monday. Today it is question and answers about your Royalq robot. But before I go into that stuff, I want to introduce you once again to the Royalq syllabus. I want to introduce you to our Royalq syllabus, 6 videos that could move you from Royalq user, Royalq user, Royalq user. I'm going to talk about the downward trends. Don't worry. I'm going to talk about from Royalq user novice to Royalq user genius. And I have uploaded video number 1. I'm going to upload video number 2 today. I did upload video number 1. These videos, these trainings were done by me and Mr. Robert. And we plan to do one more bigger event very, very soon. And we are cross lines, but we are partners in business. And yesterday we made a call and we discussed about something. We are bringing something amazing to you guys. But then we have decided to create this series as a syllabus. Once you get started in Royalq, it is a must watch, right? Why does someone need to watch these videos? They teach you why we trade. They teach you what is floating lows. Why didn't you get what about floating lows? What type of a robot are you using? So it is a must watch. It is our Royalq syllabus that will get you from Royalq user novice to Royalq user genius. And once you learn these videos and once you watch them, you're gonna enjoy Royalq. You're gonna be a rock star. You wanna be a rock star, right? Then allow us to take you through our syllabus. All right. Video number 1 is here. It's already located up here. I'm gonna upload video number 2 today. All right. Now, someone tells you, let's talk about the downward movement of the market. The downward movement of the market. So you cannot draw Fibonacci, auto Fibonacci with a downward movement. You now need to use the auto Fibonacci retracement indicator. You can just put in the auto. Okay. If you press in the auto, now this is on this one. Okay, for example, let me use this. Let me use this. Let me use this. Okay, in this scenario, I'll still keep my important lines of confluence. Very, very important. Very, very important. Okay, all right. Can someone on the call today be able to see line 0 and 100? Let me just make sure it's visible. Can someone on the call today be seeing 0% and 100%? Does someone on the call be able to see 0% and 100% on their screen? If you can be able to see that, give me a 4 in the chat. Type 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 4 in the chat. Okay, someone says, previously they told us that the Elliott wave is more powerful than other indicators. Now what I'm seeing in the market is defying it sometimes, but not saying that it is irrelevant. Don't take me wrong. Okay. No, it's you who's perceiving the indicators, not in a good way. Yeah, it's you who's not perceiving the indicators. The Elliott wave is super powerful. Why? It predicts the movement of the market. Okay. It predicts the movement of the market. There is no way you press the Elliott wave in the screen and the market goes against it. Okay. The challenge maybe you might be facing, okay, let me just come back to this concern here. The challenge maybe you might be facing, let me first stop, is you thinking that the market moves like a train. Let me show you. Let me say this is 4, and the Elliott wave shows you this is going to be 5 here. Now, for you, you want to enter from here, and you take your take profit maybe from here. And then along the journey, the market might move like this. Then later it touches 5. So for you, you want to enter from here immediately, then the market gets, that's not how the market works. Maybe that's what you thought, but it's not. I hope I've answered you. The Elliott wave is the most super wave because it shows you where the market is going. So you don't enter at 4, then you want to take your take profit at 5. But if you want to do that, then you need to have the ability to be patient. Because, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you something. Okay. I can trade without indicators. This is driving me off topic, but I will return. I can trade without indicators. Let me show you. I don't want to do this, but let me show you. I can trade without indicators. For example, but this one has over delivered. Let me find Dogecoin. Yes, let me find Doge. Doge is gonna deliver because it has already formed a double bottom. I can trade without indicators, by the way. Let me show you how. Let me press this in the 4-hour time frame for easy identification. I can trade without indicators. Okay, can we all see Can we all see this area here and this area here? This shows that the market has tried to repeat what it has done recently, right? So what is the swing high? I want to draw a horizontal line. This is the swing high. Now, this is how the market behaves. When the market moves down or the market moves up, it tries to do its best to get back to where it had last moved up. So I can draw my horizontal lines to areas in the market where this coin tried to move up. Different areas. This is very near. Then I'll take this one. So these are my areas. I can trade without indicators, by the way. And what would be my take profit? I can enter from here. I'm just want to show someone. Then I'm going to press in I can enter from here. And I say, my first take profit will be this. This. If you want to doubt, you check out whether this coin will not give this one day. I can even leave it here. You can trade without indicators. But if you press in, let me say the Elliott wave, you see how perfectly it speaks the same language. It's not saying 100% you'll get it, but it says, I will touch some of these areas. You see? Even if I widen them, you see? It says I'll touch here first. That is the first high of the market. Then it comes again. There is this second high. So it gives you the direction of the market. But the market is not like a train. It does not move one way. That's why you use margin calls. I hope this is clear. I don't need to repeat this. So first and foremost, get emotions out of the market. All right, get emotions out of the market. I have put in my $100. I want 2%. Bingo! Immediately, the market must deliver. If you want to be successful, cannot put your focus on what you cannot control. Yes, we can analyze the market, but that's why we have margin calls. All right. I hope I'm not tough, but my goal is to make sure that I deliver the right information. Please don't take me personal. All right. No one, by the way, I beg, no one should enter my trainings and they take things personal. Right. So never, please, never. I'm not such. It's not about me. It's about the team winning. So no one should ever take me personal. And no one should fear to ask a question, maybe because of my approach. Just need to get used to me. What happens to the market after reaching the Elliott wave? Okay, the Elliott wave just helps you predict the market. Just helps you predict. Let me look at. Okay, now I want to look at Dogecoin. May have said I can trade without indicators, but they help. Let us press in the Fibonacci retracement indicator. If we cannot use the manual one, right? It's gonna come up. All right, beautiful. Okay. All right. Okay, now we all see when you find zero down, let me make this very clear. When you find zero down and 100 on top, what does it signify? Zero is down and 100 is on top. This signifies that the previous trend, where do you see the previous trend? This dotted line. The previous trend was a downtrend, means the market moved from 0 to 100. The market moved from 0 to 100. And if this market is going to continue to move down, what will the market do? Let me widen my lines because this speaks the language so that people will get. What will the market do? The market can move from this line where it has touch 38.2 and move down, or it can move from here, touch 50 and move down, or it can move from here, touch 61 and move down. You remember, it's the same principle when the market's moving up. It can move from here, touch 38 because now 38 will be up here and move up. It can move here, touch 50 and move up. It can move here and touch in between 50 and 61 and move up. This is when it is on an uptrend. This is when it's on a downtrend. If I'm confusing you, type a 1. If you have understood, type a 2. If I'm confusing you, type a 1. If I'm confusing you, someone should remind me. What is 1? Is 1 meaning you're understanding? Because someone was disturbing my Zoom here. Does 1 mean you're understanding? And 2 means you are confused. Can someone remind me in the chat? Does 1 mean that you have understood? Does 1 mean you have understood? Okay. Then 2 means you have known. A 1 means no. A 1 means confused. 2 means I've understood. 1 is confused. Okay. Thank you. Because when I screw up, I saw only 1s. So I was asking my when I came to the chat, I got confused myself because I saw only 1 from the start. It means everybody here is confused. Hey, okay. Everybody here is confused. Now, I don't know whether those that are telling me ah, ah, ah. Ah, ah, not someone has brought the confusion. All right, I'm gonna clear myself. All right, let me go back again. Okay, now let us put a focus here. Let's put a focus here. Let us put a focus here. 0 is down, 100 is on top. It means the previous trend was a downtrend. The market moved from 100 to 0. The previous trend was a downtrend. Has someone understood that? Type a yes in the chat. I'm gonna go very slow. Type a yes in the chat. Type a yes in the chat. Type a yes in the chat. If you have understood that, type a yes in the chat. Someone does not know English like me, join the Uganda Zoom. If you don't know English, get your upline. You speak my local language, come into that training. No local language here. This is international Zoom, please. No local language, 0 local language. English is our main language here. Okay. All right. Now that has been understood. Now, this is what happens. Let me go slow again. Do you see that someone see line 38, 50, and 61? Type a 1 in the chat. If you see line 38.2, 50, and 61.8, I'm very slow. Type a 1 in the chat. I'm very slow. I want to see if you will understand me now. Type a 1 in the chat. Okay. Now, if the market is not manipulated, manipulation, I mean that someone has either pulled a lot of money out of the market, right? When the market moves from, when it touches the 0 line, unless it is manipulated, if it's gonna continue to go down, it has to either move up, touch line 38.2 and continue moving down, or move from here, touch line 50 and then continue moving up, or move from here, come in between 50 and 61, which is around here, and then move down. If you have understood that, type a 2 in the chat. It can move from here, touch line 38.2 and continue moving down. It can move from here, touch line 50 and continue moving down. It can move from here, touch line in between 61.8 and 50 and continue moving down. If you have understood that, type a 1 in the chat. That is on a downward trend. That was in a downward trend. If you have understood that, type a 1 in the chat. That was, now why are you typing 2? You have not told any 2. I've said if you have understood, type a 1 in the chat. Now 2 is for what? Poor typing 2, what does 2 mean? Some people are just complicating this issue. It's a small deal. It's a small deal. Please don't complicate it. Don't be like, don't bring in a lot of mathematics. Simple formula. The market move, if it touches the zero line, unless it's manipulated, it can touch line 38, continue moving down. It can touch line 50 and continue moving down. Or it can move from here, touch in between 38 and this one and continue moving down. As simple as that. 0 is here, 100 is on top. This is a downward trend. If it's gonna continue going down, it has to first retrace, then continue going down. It has to first retrace, then continue going down. It has to first retrace, then continue going down. Has someone understood that? Don't bring measurement. Please, don't confuse yourself. You first understand what I'm talking about now. You don't say now, what about me who want to take profit from the market? Have you understood what was confusing you now? As simple as that. You don't complicate the issue because someone is saying, me now, I want to measure me. Someone's inbox me and my chat. Me, I want now to first measure. Me, I want to measure. No, have you understood? Because you just need to keep things simple. Simple things. You don't need to make things look complicated. You don't need to draw the chart. The chart, you just write fib and it gets in. Okay. No. The market has to retrace if it's gonna continue going down. Okay. That is on a downward trend. And on the upward trend, it is the difference. Let me find Bitcoin. Now, this is an upward trend. This means that the market moved from 100 to 0. If this market is gonna continue going up, it has to retrace first, where it can move from here. It can move from here, touch this line and move up. Move from here, touch this line and move up. Move from here, stop here and then move up. Although sometimes there might be some manipulations, but if it respects that, then it has to get back to 0 again in an upward trend. So that one is a downward trend and this one is an upward trend. So if it was a downward trend, we would say to move from here, touch 38, because 38 would be down here, then move down. From here, touch 50, move down. From here, touch in between 50 and 61, but now it's an upward trend. From there, now up, it touches 38, it can move up, touch 50, move up, come down in between here and move up. I think my point is home. If you have understood, type yes. What if it does not retrace at all? What happens? I don't know. What if it does not retrace at all? It has to retrace. Keep principles. You know, I don't know. What if it doesn't do this? What if it doesn't do this? What if it doesn't do this? Then you leave it. You just need to keep things simple, eh? as you know, you now this one does not understand at all. Then this one is maybe if you're a prospect, please don't invite prospects on these Zooms. They will get confused. You cannot invite someone who doesn't have a robot, doesn't know about TradingView, and then you tell them we have a morning training. They'll be seeing Nimbus clouds. Imagine someone is speaking this stuff in your ears for your very, very first time. Please, I beg. I beg. Please don't invite prospects on these Zooms. They are doing them more harm than good. They even not sign up with you. Because if you invite someone who's a prospect and doesn't understand what is this, it's like, I don't know. But please don't harm them with your too much wanting them to have a lot of knowledge. Take them to the first step of understanding. Invite them to the evening presentations, not these ones. You see? You are not a prospect. You already have your robot. Then you just need to get back to your upline. Maybe you're a first timer, and I hope you're a first timer. Maybe, and you have not attended any of our trainings of this. Because I don't have any other way I could help you understand more than what I've shared. Okay. Maybe you don't know about TradingView. So you need to go back the first steps of TradingView. Okay. Now that one, I've tried my level best to explain. My level best. Okay, now on the stochastic, we have learned a new indicator today. I'll repeat this next week on Monday. We have said that when the blue crosses over the orange, so maybe you are waiting to get in, you don't see any opportunity in the 4 hours, then you can go to the 1 hour time frame. You saw in the 1 hour time frame, there is opportunity. I hope you see what I told you. There is opportunity here. The blue is over the orange. And if someone had picked this trade from where we started, because it was here, like I've said, it's gonna touch this line. You can even, by the way, do more than this. If you want to stay in the trade, if you want to use the Royalq trading firm, just come back here and see. Are people still investing in money? You see how much people are putting in Matic? So far, Royalq users have put $1.6 million in Matic. So if you go to Matic and you want to enjoy it, I think it's leading the race. You come on Matic here. People are investing in money, although Matic is moving down with the stochastic and all these other stuff indicators. So what do? You can go to the lower time frame, 15 minutes, if you are a good scalper. But also here, it's not easy unless you are too good. So you can just wait a little bit for the retracement to take place, then you can get in because there is volume in that particular coin. Okay. I want to pick 5 questions. No, you cannot use both. Use one. Use one of the indicators. Yeah, Doge is good. Yes, I said Doge is good. I dropped that coin already on 2 our groups. Okay. Someone wants us to look at Doge again. I hope you see Doge, TSI Doge. You see the TSI is pointing up. This is 15 minutes. Let me go to the 4 hour time frame. Now, why you get confidence about your trades, ladies and gentlemen? There are a few factors. One, you see here it's going across. 2, look at the Elliott wave. You see the Elliott wave is also giving you more confidence. Then if you want to pick up this trade, okay, what do you do? What is the recent swing low? It's here. It's here. You cannot use this because this is the current swing low. You come here, if you are interested, go from here. Switch up to the high. Tap it once, tap outside, you lock it. Then you widen your screen. It means the market had an upward trend, then it had a downward trend. Like you see that the market had tried to retrace on different lines, but there was a manipulation in the market. Let me show you. You see from here, it touched this 50 line here, tried to move up a little bit, didn't succeed. Came here, touched it, tried to retrace, didn't succeed. There was a manipulation. That's why you need to wait for the candles to close. But now, if this one is here, then Doge is gonna do well. Why? Look at this again. You see this one and this one. Those are two areas of market collection. So the market has to move up at all times. So it's gonna do well. Or if you don't see opportunity in the 4 hours, then you can go in the 1 hour time frame. In the 1 hour time frame, it is very clear that you profit enjoyment, profit after profit. After profit. I hope I've answered your question, sir. Anyone else? Anyone else? Unless you want to raise up your hand, you have a question, raise up your hand. We have 15 minutes to end this. I don't want to exceed that time. You have a personal question, you need clarity, please, you can raise up your hand. Okay. Yes, Sheikh Manhim, please ask your question. Sheikh Manhim, please. Please, sir, can you ask? Please, can anybody with a question? Because I'm asking him to unmute, he's not unmuting. I don't know whether it was a mistake to raise up his hand. Anybody with a question, let me go to the chat now. Anybody with a question? This one is not asking. No questions? All right. Okay, so as crypto ambassadors, the business is not here. The business is not here on the trainings. The business is you to personally now go to your trading view and look at the coins by yourself. Maybe Julius comes to the group and drops. This is trading view. Then Julius, maybe we dropped Doge and FTT, if I remember. So maybe Julius drops FTT. You want also to go and see how did Julius look at this coin, all right? This is in 1 hour. You want to be this type of a trader who is okay, let me use the 4 hour time frame. I usually don't want to start with the 1. Let me pick from the 4 hour time frame. Okay, now this is the swing low, the swing high. Okay, maybe that confuses you, then you just come on FX and drop in the auto Fibonacci retracement indicator, okay, which will basically give you what is happening. I hope we can all see. I hope you see how it is respecting the trend from 100 to 0. I want to make sure that you guys understand this thing very well because it's where the business moves. Okay, Julius is not very, very understanding. One, by the way, I'm not a trader. I'm not a trader. If I think next weekend I'll bring James Emakara, I'm gonna speak to him. I think Spirito could be when I went to Kenya with James, me, I never knew anything about trading. No. James Emakara can be my witness. He's a V6. We met both of us in Kenya. And I think I've talked to Leader Obim about it. I'm not a trader, but it is just you learning to, okay, I redo the TSI. All right. So you just needed to practice. Like our motto, it says action takers are money makers. So you see that the market moved. This is 100 down. This is 0 on top. It means that the previous trend was an uptrend. Which is the previous trend? This one. It moved from here to here. So what is going to happen? It has to retrace, either stop on 38 and move up, either stop on 50 and move up, or either stop here. Now, immediately you see that it has stopped on 50. Why? Because this candle has closed above. Now, there's a guy I'm going to show you if he's coming up here. It has closed above here. And it has formed, it has tested this line. So it means it's moving to this line. So what does he, for him, he trades in between the Fibonacci's. If he enters from this one and I sees it's now the new support, his take profit is here and he'll never exceed this take profit. That's how he trades. When he enters here on 0, this guy, I'm going to show you, he has good results really. He trades with very little capital. When he enters here on 0, he does not exceed the next line. If he enters from here, he takes his profit here, he gets out. He waits. If the candle closes above here, he gets in here, he gets out on the next line. That's how he trades. So when you trade in the lower time frame, maybe 1 hour like this, then if he enters from, let me say, he enters from the close of this candle. This is his motto. He will stop here. He doesn't exit. If it is 1%, he will take one. If he says, now I'm missing out on that, then he waits. Now, I hope you see. Now, this is 0. What is going to happen? This candle, unless there is a manipulation. So from here, it's going to touch 38. It can move down. If it's going to continue in a downward trend, or it can touch the 50 line here and move down, or it can go in between 21, 50 and 61. Someone may not be seeing them very well. So if I widen, then the lines come out very well between the 50 and the 61 and move down. If it's going to continue in a downward trend. Okay, TSI, two strength indicator settings. Lastly, then we end our call. The inputs are there. You can take a screenshot. The inputs are there. You can take a screenshot. Then the style, it has 3 plots. I'm going to give you the name again. The color. Choose blue. Then make sure the thickness is the second line. Then P, choose orange and make sure the thickness can be this or this. The thickness and opacity just helps you to have a better way of seeing your what? your indicator. Then orange, then this zero line, make sure it is thick enough. You can choose any thickness. Save as default, press OK. Now, when do we use this indicator? We enter the market when the blue gets over the orange. For clarity reasons. Point 1. Point 2. Point 3. You see? But now, when it crosses over the zero line and it doesn't bend like straight bend, it continues facing up, then you know that this coin is going to do very, very well. What is the name of the indicator? True strength indicator, but this type, quantitative one, not analysis, quantitative one. That's the name of the indicator. If I widen it a little bit for you, that is it. True strength indicator, MTF. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Leader OBM, could you close our morning session? Thank you so much, everyone.
Oh, yes, my leader. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whoever you're listening to. Yeah, I was a witness. James Rebecca told me when they were in Kenya that hey, Julio doesn't really know anything about trading. So it was marveled. So that when there was one day we were discussing how this system, how we can have a system and okay, before then Dr. Julius has improved a lot and he's been, teaching us. So we were encouraged, to even get a paid course, with one leader, recommended by Dr. Julius. So we attended that training. We paid, and that's where we've been getting a lot of value. We paid for those courses, and this is an example of what you're seeing. You understand? So what I want to discuss today is about salesman syndrome. As a salesman, we've been in this Royalq now 17, 18 months, and those people that maybe they left, they just recruited people and they left them to their fate. Now, what will happen to such person's business? Because you as the leader, you left, you were not teaching those people you brought into the business. You're not teaching. They will go elsewhere too. Only few people that maybe that were wise, they handed over their team to their upline and maybe they left, but they are still seeing something, from the business. So 6 months failure syndrome happens when 6 months think they must just recruit a bunch of people who will go out and sell for them. Now, what we are doing there is to teach. We are teaching you for you to teach others also. And I mentioned maybe in the last time that until you do this to your third level, you are not duplicating. So you see us doing this every day, and you see that whenever people are making money, we leaders are making money. Like this morning now, I think I've made my reward details now. I think it's around 75, maybe around $75 if I'm right. You know, so that means some people are making money in my team because I'm always showing up. I'm always spreading. I'm always showing up, and I'm always sharing everything I know. So whenever I get any information, I share it. Same thing to a great leader like Julius. If Julius knows something about trading today, he will teach you in the evening, and that is how it gets. It gets. You are getting better. So if you are here, if you are not putting these things to practice, you will not master it. You know. So that means if you know it, you are going to teach other people also how to do this. So in network marketing, we take a different approach. We sponsor people and help them to succeed. To be duplicated in network marketing, you must help a person to go 3 levels deep. That means if you have the Julius is Spiritual's upline. He taught Spiritual how to do this. Spiritual now teach somebody in his team how to do this. Why Dr. Julius now, observe. Now, if he's making mistake, he will do the correction. Now, if that person now, let's assume that person is Coach Musa. Now, Coach Musa now go and teach maybe Coach maybe Dr. Money now. Now, when Coach Musa is now teaching Dr. Money, Spiritual will now be looking at Coach Musa teaching Dr. Money. So at the end of the day, you see that if Dr. Julius is not there, the business will continue because they are teaching to teach. So now, Coach Musa now teach Dr. Money is downline how to do this thing. Why Dr. Money will observe. Later, Dr. Money now start teaching why Coach Musa will observe. That is how you get duplicated. That is how your team will never die. So some people have recruited hundreds of people, but never duplicated themselves because what they don't do, they just recruited, got their $30 and left. So now you see somebody recruited 100 persons on front line and none of them duplicated. That's how business die. I just to teach people to teach other people also. So teach to teach, right? Teacher, we are going to teach to teach. Now this person says skilled salesman can do great in our industry. They just need to be taught the importance of duplication and following a system. Since most of their team members will not have the skill that they do, the owner of the book, point about teaching people to teach people to teach people, in my opinion, is the most important takeaway from the book. Out of all the MLM presentation, this is one is worth remembering. If you do this, your team will never die. It's a guarantee. Let me just do this MLM presentation 3 and let's call it a day. Now, 4 things you have to do. If you are new here, you must get started by joining the business. Nobody succeeds without starting. You know, and if you have joined the business, maybe you have gotten your butt, you have to trade. Some people will still be afraid of getting into trade because of floating loss. If you don't have floating loss, you have no business because floating loss makes you to buy cheaper. The only thing is now we are teaching you how to get a right entry. That is why you see all those margin for drop. In case it drops, maybe by this by some percentage, you have to your capital now. You use your capital now to buy, with the setting of the bot. Now you must order and use the product. What are the products? Like this one now, we say buy Dodge and FTT. Those are the products. Now you must get in gear and sponsor your first person. Now, by the time you are getting results, or if you don't have results, there are people that didn't have free capital when they got started. You had Dr. Newman going to do session yesterday. He didn't have a trading capital, but he was recruiting, and when he recruited, he got the trading capital. Now maybe he was sharing other people's result then, but right now he has his own result and he's getting it. Now you must now help the person repeat this same 3 steps. Now you must repeat this process with lots of people to build a successful network marketing business. My thoughts here, you say this is how network marketing works. So let's stop there. If you just, all this simple step I'm telling you, if you just continue to do it every day, you will see your business increasing. In no distance time, you have over 500 people in your team. So keep attending Zooms, keep bringing in people, keep taking action, keep showing your results, and just continue those steps every single day. You will see that you'll be getting better. So I hope with what I've just shared, let me just show you the reward details. Okay. Now I have $56 already. So because we are always showing up, we are always showing people how to do it. When they make money, we make money also, and we also trade. So your own trade might not be enough for you, but by the time you add 56 to $16, that's 70. And today is still early. We don't know what in the evening we come about. So now you see that yesterday I got 157. So results can vary, per time. But the thing is, you always see something coming in if you continually teach, you continually show up, continually recruit, continually invite. Let that one be everyday thing. Because what we are giving people is value, and what we have in our hand is what they need. And so the thing is, just show them. If they want, they get started right away, or they get started in a year's time. But the thing is, do not stop improving. Do not stop getting improvement on life. And yes, they will see it later. They will join. So thank you, everybody. You have a great day, and see you in the evening, and see you tomorrow morning. Thank you.